Absie, and obviously I am Muslim.
I'm Malissia Woodall, and not so obviously, I'm Christian. And guess what? Friends.
Absolutely. So Malissia and I met about 1.5 years ago when I went to her college.
Shoreline Community College has a phenomenal film program and film department, and this wonderful lady wanted some help getting her film out there. Tell them about your film. It's coming out soon.
So this film is called Pursued, and it's a short film. It's a story about a young Somali American man who's trying to live his best life, pursuing, in the pursuit of happiness, I guess, and something else is in pursuit of him.
That's right. And so when she came to tell us about that in our class, and now we have some sun. The sun is sparkling. I just knew I had to work with her. I had to work with this phenomenal lady who is interested in God-centered filmmaking, and I was actually messaging her before she even left. When she was still sitting up there, she had just given us her email address to reach out to her if we could be of any help in any way, and I emailed her immediately saying, I would like to be your assistant director. I think you're amazing, and I can't wait to work with you. And so we did, and we have since then.
And she has been so amazing to me. I'm telling you, it's like she just made everything better, and she's such a professional, and she's so hands-on, and I was like, go ahead, Malissia, you can do it. I'm just like, no, it's your film. You do it, lady. Get up here and do it.
You call action. No, it's your job.
And I'm like, no, you go ahead and do it. She's like, no, it's your film. You uplifted me, and you made me feel I was so insecure. I really was insecure. And because it's been a while since I did a film, it's been about 4 or 5 years, I was a little rusty, I was intimidated. And I had all this professional cast and crew from the school, and I was like, I don't know if I know what I'm doing. And she's like, she just, you uplifted me, you encouraged me, you pushed me, and I'm grateful for that. And we have been friends ever since.
We have, and she's done now a wonderful series called Cooking in a Conversation for her Eat with Muslims. I've actually been to several of her Eat with Muslims events as some of the only white people there. They do it at Catholic churches, they do it at Jewish communities. It's wonderful, and I love going because
in homes, like
it's just wonderful. And so I brought Nathan with me. He also does cinematography on her Eat with Muslims, so I've tried to bring people with, and we've become friends because she's an amazing and inspiring storyteller and now filmmaker and just person and wonderful person out doing everything for Somali. And just as an American, you're just a beautiful, wonderful American woman, and I'm so grateful to know her. So we're doing this together.
We are. I mean, we finally decided, because we're so much alike and we have so much in common, and we're both into God,
yes.
And we know and understand that there's only one God, that we believe the same God, and that we love the same God, and that we're not ashamed to admit that we know there's something far beyond anything we can comprehend or imagine that's out there, and that we're created, and that we're not afraid to say God and mention God. And so because we're God-centered folks, both of us, we have so much in common, and we thought, well, you know what, let's share our story with the world, because we are both bridge builders. We are into the business of bringing humanity closer
and
together.
Storytellers and creatives. We do so much creatively in our worlds, and then with people, and we try to bring communities together and people together, and it shows right here with us. And what's wonderful is that, I used to, and I still do, I love teaching a teen group. I do ministry with a teen group and teaching several religions and religious ideologies from all kinds of backgrounds, because the more we teach each other that it's not unusual to have different names of God, just like we have water is aqua and pani, and it doesn't matter, it's all wet, and it's the same stuff. And so it's teaching the youth what we know,
exactly,
and what we are together, which is, it's just, when you know God in you, when you have God in your heart, and you know that is love, and you spread that around, you see the face of God everywhere. And I see the face of God in this beautiful woman, and I see the face of God in what we do. So we want to share that with you, and we want to have more people doing what we do, that it's fun to have this friendship
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much misunderstanding out there. I mean, it makes me sad in a way because the world has shrunk and we are smaller today than we have ever been in terms of technology and being able to experience a place so far away in your living room. And also traveling. Everything has made it easy for us to come together, to get to know each other, to love each other. Yet there's still some sort of animosity. There's this them versus us, and I don't understand, because we are brothers and sisters in humanity. There's a verse in the Quran that talks about humanity and says, "Oh mankind, we have created you from a single source of male and female, and we have made you into nations and tribes so that you may get to know one another and love each other, not for you to despise one another." I mean, imagine if we all look like Malissia, or if everyone looked like me. I mean, we're like flowers. We were meant to be, although we were made from the same exact thing and we come from the same exact source, one source, we were meant to be different and unique and take different roads to God. And all this is because God wants us to have an interesting journey, in this short journey, to make our short journey interesting and fun and intriguing.
I love everything she just said. It's so true. What people don't realize, we have so much separation going on. It's like the closer we get together, the more we're looking at each other's differences and wanting to, divide or build a wall or separate and create all of this animosity or sense of, just separation, that you're different than me. And what that is, we've been different since the dawn of mankind. And, the Tower of Babel or whatever, it's meant to have all these different experiences so that we can come back together and realize our unity and realize that we have more in common than what we have that separates us. And we have more, when we put God in the center, and if that's hard for some people to say, God, and say it, it's okay. If you're having a hard time with
we still love you.
We still love you. If you have a hard time with that, or that's a struggle, then start with love. What do we have in common? We have love in common, and that's our love is in our heart, and seeing love in the face of everyone, and this beautiful fall day, the sun coming out, and this is a wonderful experience for us to get to share it with you. And we're going to make lots of little videos of our antics, because we have antics and we're silly and we have so much in common. And what's cute about our commonalities is they're probably the same of the commonalities you have, not only with me, but with Fathia.
Indeed.
And what's going to be fun is our finding that out and discovering it together, because we love to eat, and so we're going to enjoy food. We love to shop. We love to dress up.
We argue a lot. We're both kind of stubborn and hard-headed a little bit, and strong women, right? I mean, we just decided, we're creative, and we are creative together and also separately, and so we decided that we'll come together, and actually start our own YouTube channel, Fathia and Malissia. And or was it Malissia and Fathia?
Fathia Malissia.
Fathia and Malissia.
More people know her.
And no, well, not really. But anyway, and just share our love and our similarity. I don't even like to use the similarity or tolerance. You tolerate lettuce, and similarities are like not even close. So our sameness,
and lettuce.
Exactly, our sameness, as brothers and sisters. And I say to those who claim to love God, first of all, I'm talking specifically to religious folks who love God. If you love God, then you will love all of His creation.
Absolutely.
You will affirm the humanity of every single human being in the face of this earth.
And I'll say a Bible quote.
Yeah.
It's like, it's scripturally, if I be lifted up, I lift others up with me. And I have been a fan of Jesus my whole life. I used to study the New Testament specifically. I really liked it when I was like 9 years old. I was like, I like this Jesus guy. I really like what he has to say. And that's what we're doing for each other, is we lift each other up because we lift all others up with us. And when we lift each other up and we lift you up, we hope you go out there and you start lifting each other up. Because if we can bring more of that unity together, we're not just finding what's similar, and we're not just finding where we're religiously similar. We're just being that love that God's asking us to spread on this earth, and asking us to show up and be, so that we are that expression of God, and that expression of love.
Yeah, and of course we understand there are a lot of non-religious brothers and sisters who we love and adore so much as well, and who, you know, I don't think morality is something that just belongs to people of faith. I mean, it belongs to every human. I mean, it's something that is within all of us. And so the message is, yes, in this case, you know, we're religious, or we're coming from a religious, spiritual perspective, but there are so many amazing brothers and sisters who are so good and who are giving and kind and doing so much good for the world, who don't necessarily maybe don't feel comfortable saying God, and we still love you, and it's not up to us, to any of us, to judge anybody. We just have to reach out to each other.
We're welcome here. You're welcome
yes,
here.
and love each other, and just spread love. It's too short of a journey to hold on to hate and division. It's just not worth it. We are not here forever. We're just
passing through.
Yes,
we're just passing through, and it's a beautiful experience when you find somebody with such a beautiful heart, and you've got such a beautiful heart. You don't want to miss out on the love that you can have with a friend and loved ones, simply because they look different or they have a different belief, because you find out that actually their belief is universal, and love is a big belief in, whether you call it God or whether you just call it love or joy or kindness. Start somewhere and know that you have that similar with someone else, and that's what we want to give to the world in our little videos. Is our love of God. We do God-centered filmmaking. I just created a little film for a film festival for Consent, and it won the most inspiring. I was like, yes, that's the way. And
so proud of you.
And I can't wait to tell you about it. We're gonna do a little video on that later, and we'll talk about how God inspired that film. And Fathia will speak about her storytelling and all that she's doing out in the world, and how God is inspiring that, because we want to share with you that when you allow yourself to be inspired, whatever you call it, just take each step and you get to see what happens and where you end up and go. And we have many of those stories, and we can't wait to share them with you.
And we're working on a film together about similar to what we're doing, about two mothers, you know, of two little girls who think they're so different, you know, but yet eventually will come together and realize, oh my God, we're so much alike.
And
you know?
It's so easy for kids. They don't see it until they're taught to see the differences. It just is. And we love that. We want to showcase that, and we want to share that with you, because we love storytelling and we love sharing all of our creative ideas, and we have so many. So watch this space, because we're going to be filling it up with fun stuff of our antics, but also in our time together, but also we're going to make real films and real stories. And what else are we going to share?
Yeah, follow us, please. Follow us and subscribe to us and follow our journey, and you know, come with us.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bye. Thank you. Subscribe, and thank you for showing up today. Amen.
Inshallah. Amin. Same.